maybe I'm not objective when it comes to Planned Parenthood, but I know who Margaret Sanger is, and I know that she believed in eugenics and that she was not particularly enamored with black people, and one of the reasons that you find most of their clinics in black neighborhoods is so that you can find a way to control that population. And I think people should go back and read about Margaret Sanger, who founded this place, a woman who Hillary Clinton, by the way, says that she admires. Anybody can easily find out about Margaret Sanger and what kind of person she was, and how she was a strong advocate of eugenics, wrote articles about eugenics, and believed that certain members of the population weakened the population, and was not enamored of black people. It is quite true that the majority or plurality of their clinics are in minority neighborhoods. It brings up a very important issue, and that is, do those black lives matter? The number one cause of death for black people is abortion. And I wonder if maybe some people might at some point become concerned about that and ask, why is that happening? And what can be done to alleviate that situation? One of the important things is to educate people. I encourage people to go and read about Margaret Sanger and go and read about the beginnings of this organization so that you know what you're dealing with. One of the ways that they're able to perpetrate the deceit is because people are not informed. The more people are informed, the less likely these kinds of things happen. Some of our founders expressed how important it was to have an informed populace because they could not be manipulated. Probably a lot of the people in Planned Parenthood themselves don't know about this history. And perhaps if they did, they wouldn't be quite so anxious to be involved with it. I have not actually worked with fetal tissue. The left has put out information saying that I've done research on fetal tissues because my name appears on an article in which the pathologist compared specimens that I delivered from the operating room to some fetal tissues in an attempt to decide which way the cells were being differentiated. My part is to do the operation and supply the tissue. At that point, I move on to the next operation. So to suggest that I'm in the laboratory actually doing the research or retrieving fetal tissue is nothing but propaganda. Bear in mind that all pathology departments will have a whole array of tissues, from day one of conception until 99 years old. And if you use the tissue, if you're comparing or looking for a disease process in elderly people, does that mean you're doing geriatric research on geriatric tissue? No, it means you're looking at your tissue bank and you're making comparisons to derive information.